up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. Wasted too much heart on you. Wish I learned to use my head. Cause right before I fell for you, I fell right into your bed. I'm not looking for revenge. I don't need you to be my friend. I just want this fake love to come to an end. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. You wanted her. You left me hurt. But I won't cry as long as I give me some closure. Who you think you are. You're lucky that I don't want revenge. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe what I'm seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Hartlicker Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo!
If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Top ULTI.TV. Dale y roginkime Ultimate vendromena.
Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee, just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
we want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
With thousands of hours of experience,
and our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
we work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Right now, he's gonna have to bid. Just a football.
Huge layout block, unbelievable stuff on the front corner of the end zone.
Maybe just that boost of energy they needed.
Huge swing pass and a great grab there from Steer.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
our
work
work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI.TV. ULTI.net.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
Help us go electric, become a member.
Welcome back to the European Ultimate Indoor Championships 2022 Women's Division Quarterfinals, or pool crossovers you might call them, here in Lithuania. And it is the Danes versus the Netherlands. The double D Dutch-Dane defence, I think, played a little bit by the overhead Spurs there, playing at the BC Zalgiris Academy, which before the pandemic had over 1,100 youth players. Of course, basketball, the big sport here in Lithuania, but flat ball, the name of the game, as we see the Dutch try and advance. Lovely over the top from Savio, just towed in And that is the first goal of this game, and it's going to be a break. Beautiful connection. Just about squeaked in on that back foot. But it'll do. We know the Dutch like their overheads. We saw them have an absolute stormer of a game yesterday. They were in front in the lead against the Swedes in Pool B. And then the Swedish just came back at that last final push at the end. But great footwork by Anna Hoefnagels. And the Dutch with a break. It's all about having an answer to the Horvang sisters. Helle Horvang with the disc at the moment. It's been absolute dynamite, but a miscommunication. The Danes coming out of the blocks a little bit slow this morning. And another opportunity for the Dutch. Vleukelarts. Casual scuba. Lot of contact there. The foul called by Justine van der Meulen. Sina Isaksson. And so a strip is the call, and it's therefore a goal because it's accepted by Isaksson. And van der Meulen with the goal for the Dutch. So this is an ideal start. We knew that the Netherlands team was very strong, I guess to say, against their Swedish opponents who looked very tasty indeed. And you got two of the twins on the line. Nika Lanninger alongside sister Iris. And of course, Paula Bass, Lisa Holrab, originally a German, and Franka Tenkate. So the Danes with a pass straight away to Rieke Horvang, but a bit too much spice on the disc. Anna Younger with a drop. Leininger fakes the scuba, throws the blade flick. Holrab, Tenkate into Leininger. There are plenty of poachers off these resets. The Danes trying to cluster the end zone. Oh, but just some easy movement. Lining it with the goal, and that's 3 on the bounce for the Dutch. And welcome to you if you are joining us this fine morning for some indoor ultimate action. Very pleased to be bringing you streams from all 3 divisions. The Galjava crew today are covering the mixed division. And in Brunei, you have the Open. It's bringing you the business end of this tournament. Quarters and semis day to day. Finals tomorrow. Be bringing you the bronze and gold medal matches. At the moment, it looks like the Dutch are going to be potentially going forward into the championship bracket, unless the Danes can find some magic. Nice up line from Isaksson. High blade's going to be snaffled up by Vleukelarts. Van der Meulen fakes the big hammer. They don't need to force it right now, just play patient. Sparks on the around, Neeson nearly with a break. The lefty hammer opens up the space and finds Vleukelarts on the break side, and it's 4-0 to the Netherlands. Vleukelarts with a little bit of bookends. No surprises there. Nice to see Klertz coming and playing some more in the women's division. Rumour has it she might be doing that quite often in the years to come. But a fantastic player to watch. And of course these Dutch women love the indoors. Danes also known for playing inside. That higher latitudinal position. Nice blade over the top to Rieke Horvang. Fakes the blade. Lamkomska. Going up the line. Had a fantastic game yesterday against the Ukraine. Did the Danes. Now Kausta was a big part of attack in the end zone, and Helle Hovang throws herself towards that pillar that thankfully has a little bit of a foam coating. Brutally thin margins between the sidelines and the walls in this hall. A pass goes awry. Paula Bus trying to hit that big hammer, but just between the two players downfield. Now Kausta passes over to that far sideline. Gorgeous. High floaty backhand on a high stall. Sits into the lap of the Kausta. Hovang dishing to her sister. Completely poached off. It's an easy pass over the top. Now we're going up line. Dishing into the end zone. That's going to be a goal for Sophie Bork. When I take it back, it's Anna Younger. 56, not 55. So the stands here cutting off our view a teeny tiny bit. And of course the difference in this venue today versus Galiava, which we will be back at tomorrow for final and bronze and gold medal action, if I can put my teeth back in. The big difference today in this division is the height of the ceiling rafters. Much lower today, and you've got the basketball nets which have been raised but are still slightly cutting off some of the overhead space for the passes. Van der Merlen working nicely on the far side. Sparks crunching up line. Floor Alerts and Hedda Tindrup having a nice battle. Like that match-up indeed. To Lemmy Blondes. Both very intelligent players. With good movement. Klortz, high release, Scuba. And a cheeky lefty nearly tipped into the hands of Van der Merlen by the block for Anna Nissen. Tvinderup has to do a high release to Hovang. Big hammer to Nissen. Trinderup to Hovang. Big bladey upline. Attacking that back corner, not with quite the vim that was required until the disc went up though. Maya Buskov. So a side stack set for the Netherlands. Sarah Sparks to get us underway. Lefty flick for Floor Alerts. Just shy. But it's better to be just shy than overjuice it. Justine Van der Merlen coming through. And claiming the next Netherlands goal. They lead the charge 5-4. So rather elongated chat here for the Dutch on their sideline. Of course, only supposed to be 30 seconds. There you go. Between points, that's the whistle, just to remind teams to keep to the limits. If the defence aren't ready within 35 seconds of the offence, well, then you can actually claim the disc at the brick mark. There's a little tiny X's marked out by tape. An overthrow. Trying to search for Rieke Hovang. Leinige. Flat. Oh my goodness, what a bid. Helle Hovang with the save. After a rather low pass. Trying to hit that hammer. Leinige. Under for the Kausta. Hovang with the single-handed grab and immediate dish. Now going to hit up line. leaving Tenkate for dust and throwing the score to Younger. So 5-2, the Danes managed to hold on, keep themselves within this one. Of course, when we get to the end of regulation time, you must be within 3 of your opponents in terms of the scoreline, or else it's just finish that point and game over. So Danes keeping themselves in reach. Yesterday the question was in this division, when teams played against the Danes, did they have an answer for Helle Gårdvang, who has been dynamite? But of course, Denmark with a lot of very handy players. Bork on the mark. Sparks getting us underway. Hitting up line. Hoofnagels bouncing to the break side. Trinderup manages to just put enough pressure on. Getting inside the head. And Hoofnagels unable to clutch it, hit her in pretty much both hands. Gårdvang puts it deep to Niels. There is an opportunity for Bork. Doesn't like the look of it, just going to take the reset. Gårdvang over the top. Saxon back to Trinderup. And we see that Dutch favoured, clampy, poachy, zoney look. We get to that red zone. It goes up. Trinderup fires the shot into the path of Bork. And that is the much needed break for the Danes, even, not Dutch. Too many D words for me to say. Got some love for the Netherlands in the chat. Jura Mossink and Rachel Naden. Naden saying hello to Justine and Sparks. Sparks, of course, previously a great British athlete. Now permanent resident of the Netherlands. As we see there, another look at that play before. But welcome to all of you watching. Pleasure to have you with us, whether live or on demand. ULTI.TV keeping Ultimate free to watch. If you do want to become one of our patrons, please feel free. Leininger. Boss, big flick across to Justine van der Meulen. Sarah Sparks now. That lefty flick. Hammer over the top. Sparks to van der Meulen. Such a wonderful connection. And once more, Sarah Sparks shows exactly why you want a lefty handler on your team, especially when we're such a deep throw set. Sparks played in the Masters division at Worlds last season with a pretty cool team. Alongside her, her husband, formerly known as Harrison. So, the Danes. Gårdvang to Gårdvang. No, I say that. It's not Gårdvang to Gårdvang. But now it is. We've got Helle Trinderup, who yesterday was joint stats leader for the Danish team. What a grab! Helle Gårdvang putting herself on her butt just to secure that catch, making it look easy. Just backing it up into the end zone. Just securing the catch, not thinking about her body quite so much. Threw herself everywhere yesterday. So we're finding more of a rhythm now, just trading out this first half. The Dutch in front after claiming that 4-0 lead. Coming out on defense. They'll start the second half receiving the disc. The brick pull. Brought in. Cheeky lefty hammer over the top. To Liselott Knapp. Floor Collarts doesn't make the bid for that low errant pass. This could be a pivotal moment of change for Team Denmark. Roervang finds Trinderup. High flick. Younger. Dishes back to the completely poached off Niels. Nissen. Nissen still without anybody defending. Van der Meulen coming in now. Nissen receiving. Kluert's thinking about it. Didn't move the body though. So didn't quite get the block. The Komska. High hammer over the top. Van der Meulen defends it well. Just kneeing the disc out of bounds. Sparks. Flat flick. Lustenok Knapp. High blade. Two bodies in red shirts underneath it. But calm as cucumber. And a lovely read. Big flick. Oh, right into traffic. Flo Kluert's the intended target, but a sandwich there. And the block generated by Helle Trinderup, playing fantastic defense. Anna Hoofnagels with a bit of a racy idea. Nissen pops it in. Very short structure for the Danes right now. Nobody really hitting that deep space. Rieke Roervang going up line. No targets available for the secondary shot as everybody plays a little bit of catch up. Nissen dishes back to Roervang. Trinderup now. Danes being happy to be patient. Big flick swing. High pass is going to go out of bounds though. You can see the dismay on Anna Nissen's face. That was a real opportunity to get themselves ever closer and try and make up that big deficit. Those first 4 breaks to open up the games for the Netherlands side. Big clatter. Trinderup getting a bit too hungry for blocks. Flo Kluert just giving and going with Lustenok Knapp. There is the space available on that deep space. Justine van der Meulen, my goodness. Under pressure, defender right there on the shoulder. Clinical as it gets, just takes her space, takes her time. Nothing Rieke Roervang can do on that one. So a clutch grab keeps the lead for the Netherlands. 7-4. This is much better for Denmark, who started this game rather flat. They're going to have a real fight on their hands, but they're potentially capable of getting it. Have to see how this one shakes out. This, of course, the closer of these quarter-final matches. Second spot in one pool versus third of the other in this 8-team format. Roervang with the over-the-top hammer to assist her. Big one, straight to the end zone. Fantastic placement. No spiking, no overbearing celebration. Just puts the disc on the floor to Sophie Bork. Perhaps a little bit of gratuitous towing, but I like it. Nothing wrong with practicing. So Denmark still trailing halfway through this game and 2 points shy of half. There are no timed halves in this championship. There was some confusion yesterday. One of the games there was a timed half in this women's division, but that is it's been confirmed. We spoke to the organisers. It's just the half at the points cap of 9. As the brick pull brought in by Palabas. Kluert just fires an easy backhand down the line. You need to reset it, open up some space. Van der Meulen. Big poach on Lustenok Knapp, just getting a couple yards. Lucenoclap still poached and ready and available. Originally from Mexico. There's a little bit of international flavour on this Dutch team. Of course, they're all eligible to play. Got rid of the community member just to squeeze in that far left corner. Sneaky, sneaky, out of view of our cameras, but it will do. 8-5, the Dutch lead. So one shy of taking half for the Dutch. Can they do it on defence and reclaim their 4-break lead in this game that they earned at the very start? The Danes got one back, but in the current form, with the pressure not quite so overbearing, it's going to be a hard ask to get that many past the Netherlands team. And the venue starting to fill up now, these balconies filled by talented players of Europe. Fantastic grab by Saxon under pressure. Rika Horvang dishes back. Now sees the poach across. Oh, and a lovely one into the path of Helle Horvang, and the celebrations are starting to get ever louder for the Danes. That's point number 1. Just the hold. Let's see if they can get a break before the first half finishes. At long last, after throwing between the two of them, the poach off Maya Buskot is recognised and exploited to great effect. So just under 20 minutes remaining in this 42-minute long game. Sarah Sparks, disc in hand. The side stack a little bit late in terms of timing. Big one over the top though, and Flora Kalarts in huge realms and acres of space. And that is half 9-6 taken by the Netherlands women. And they start to celebrate just as loudly as Denmark. So a brief break, both teams to have a chat and compose themselves. But at the moment, the Netherlands women looking pretty good for getting into the semis. After taking a little bit of a break to chat amongst themselves, which is getting ready to start the second half of this women's quarter-final matchup between the Netherlands and Denmark. It's all been about that early lead that the Dutch took 4-0 against the Danes. Ruthless, some might say. If you'd have asked me at the start of today which of these quarterfinals I thought was going to have this closest scoreline, I would have said this game would have been in with a shout, and it still is. Of course, later on today we'll have Sweden versus Ukraine next. Sweden's, of course, undefeated. The Ukrainians looking for their first win. And Latvia versus Great Britain later. So a big pull. It's going to give Starting brick for Paula Boss as they bring it to the brick mark. Little brick marks here at this venue, just little tiny tape ones, masking tape it looks like, so as opposed to the very big gaffer tape ones at Girliava yesterday. Sparks looking a little bit lost for options, a little head tilt. Van der Meulen hits the break side. Bus attacking the deep space, then coming under. So we're more used to seeing her. Apologies. Them. Van der Meulen fakes the flick. Has Sparks for the dish. Oh, Leininger over the top again. That lefty hammer. Sparks abusing the backhand force. The trick is if you flip the force to take out one lefty hander, suddenly the hammer becomes the break side throw for everybody. Well, not everybody else. There might be some other sneaky lefties on the Dutch side. Have to check my facts before that, but Sparks able to open up beautiful break sides and a fantastic grab. Of course, we've seen some scintillating scubas, of course, hitting that soft side of the pitch, but the Danes going to need to get a hold here. So we see that advantage for the Netherlands coming out on offense into the second half. Gorgeous. Just flat handlers back at the moment, waiting for options to develop downfield after just taking the resets. Isaacson. The downfield players keeping good discipline to not come in too close to the handlers. Horvang. Going down line, there's a little bit of a tip on the disc and trying to attack the disc and keep it out of reach of Floorke Larts, perhaps getting in the mind of Hille Horvang, who lets a complete poach across the pitch. Not mad about that. It's good to play some team defense indoors. Oh, and that's a beautiful put. Boss with a fantastic flick. The forehand to expose that far side. Leininger, easy grab at full pace. Well slowed down before she collided with the wall. So 11-6 now. And the Danes sinking further back as that 4-break lead is re-established. Games here, of course, to a 17-point cap in total, with just over 12 minutes of regulation time remaining. Current 5-point deficit would mean if that stays, the clock goes dead at the end of the last point. You have to be within 3 of your opponents to continue playing. And Helle Tinderup just throws it into the paint. An ambitious blade, just not quite executed how she drew it up in her head. Sparks hit on the near side, scuba over the top, but the block comes. Helle Horvang once more. Feisty on defense, difficult to stop on offense. A high one, well taken by Young. Horvang striking up line. There is the shot over the top, but a little bit too much on it, trying to keep the disc away from Floorke Larts. There was an easier reset available to Young, and a cheeky scuba over the top of the shoulder of the mark. Justine van der Meulen with the assist. So it's all coming apart a little bit for Denmark now. Another break a run of 3 to open up this second half for the Netherlands after they started with that 4-0 lead early doors. It's going to be a titanic effort for the Danes to surmount this deficit, and just under 11 minutes to do it. But perhaps after taking that loss in their final game against Sweden yesterday, the Dutch came out here with a bit of a point to prove. Leininger playing some good switch. Horvang, acres of room to throw whatever she likes. It's a bladey swing. Gorgeous. Of course, we're so used to seeing the Horvang sisters. And Trindrup. Oh, but sneaking into the front corner. No one talking about her, no one looking at her. Senior Gorgeous with the goal. There's been such good switchy, clampy, communicative D from the Netherlands side so far this match. But that one, they come a little bit unglued. No one seemed to realise that Senior Gorgeous had just found herself a little space. But composure from Denmark. They post another one. Now they need to go on something of a mammoth break train. Lovely pull to pin the Dutch right at the back, but couldn't quite run it down in time. Bos. Van der Meulen. They strike up line. Cheeky scuba to Lusselak Knapp. Pop back. Oh, and that's such a nice release, but it's going to sail over the head of Fleur Krulaerts. I'm not sure Krulaerts was expecting that. And the reaction time didn't make a jump. Just put the paw up. Tried to use the inner magnet to attract the disc. Rieke Horvang now swinging across. Niels poached off against one more. Nissen. Horvang. Again, the Danes not really stretching anything deep. When the stall gets high, they're all sort of clustered around, and they're making this poachy, clustery defence's job much easier while all staying stuck together. Hoofnagels. Has Van der Meulen plenty of time and space. Just a blade straight into the end zone. Paula Bas collects. And that is 13-7 to the Dutch. Denmark starting really to run out of time to claim this one. Left themselves such a job to do. Feels like a foregone conclusion, but I'm sure if they did manage it, it would be one heck of a game to watch. Lisa Holrab with the pull. Isaacson centering. Immediate blade, but misread. Helle Trindrup. Wasn't the easiest one for her to get her legs under. Cheeky scuba. Call them cheeky every time. Almost like I'm not expecting them. Can we be a twin connection for a score? It's the double scuba, but it's taken away. Helle Horvang making that defensive block look easy. But I tell you what, it is Leininger. It's not an easy athlete to mark. Horvang overshoots Trindrup though. She's having a bit of a struggle. It's nice spacing for Trindrup. Isolation play. It's a really nice idea, but at the moment, the Danes just seem to be inside their own heads, not quite executing. Hot defense though Horvang nearly getting that run through block. Twin connection. Blinding it. Gonna look for her sister over the top. Sneaky poacher up from Bork. Lisa Horab with a huge put that's going to sail out of bounds. Come back to earth like a re-entering rocket. And hit nothing but board. These hard court sprung floors. Nice played over the top. This time it works to Trindrup. Horvang across. Dishes to her sister. Saxon. Couple of yards sneakily gained by Helle Horvang. Be nice to see the Danes push through from the back. Weaker Horvang does. Dishing. Trinder up. It's called good by Rika Horvang, but the defense says she still had contact when she caught. Out of bounds. Not out of bounds. Oh, but that one will do very nicely indeed. Sophie Bork just sneaking to the back corner. And it's a hold for Denmark after quite the variety of turns. Helle Trindrup throwing herself all over the deck on that one. But the Netherlands within 4 of confirming that semi-final berth. And of course, the format here for this women's division designed to ensure that no team that meet in not semi-finals, in pool stages even, will then knock each other out of the championship bracket. Which is always nice, because it also should hopefully stop many rematches. Always nice to play different teams at these European Championships. So a weave from the Netherlands. Sparks underneath. Throws to the break side, Hoofnagels. Back to Killarts. So we're so used to seeing in the end zone. She gets more than enough space given to her, although I'm loving the matchup with Helle Horvang. Van der Meulen, given plenty of space under 2. Sparks. Van der Meulen with no mark. Going to go up line, hitting that break side. Oostelot clap with the sticky hands. Now completely poached off. Reset is available. Takes Sparks. Lovely patience and a soft scuba gently does it. Justine van der Meulen with the goal. And we edge ever closer to the end of this game. 2.5 minutes left. Our clock a couple of seconds faster. And our good friend Ravi Vasudevan will be pleased to see a countdown clock rather than a count-up clock. Rika Horvang starting us off for Denmark. Nissen over the top. Bit of zest on that one. Helle Trindrup this time, they hit the shot perfectly. That is how that play is designed to work out. Nice dish, Nissen now. Getting ever closer. Dutch happy to let the swing happen, playing team defense this zone. Not quite a true wall, Nissen close, but not quite close enough. Two red shirts sat at the back of the end zone. Nissen nearly. Fakes off the dish. The Dutch will be happy to play like this for hours. Well, at least till the end of the game as the clock starts to run down. Just under a minute left. Trindrup trying to advance with some fancy footwork. A knife straight over the top to the back might work. You can see Helle Trindrup thought about that one. Sitting right at the back of the end zone is the number 28, Maya Busko. But just dishing and giving and going. This is great patience from Denmark. Horvang. Back to Nissen. 4 seconds left. So this game will now finish after this point with the current score deficit. And the Trindrup eventually finds the pocket. A really great way to score and finish this one off for Denmark, but they left themselves far too much work to do. In the end, that 4-0 lead for the Netherlands. They came here to play this fine morning here at the European Ultimate Indoor Championships 2022. So the Netherlands will advance into the semi-finals. The Danes will play out for 5th. But those games yet to come. Keep your eyes glued to the stream. We'll be bringing you Sweden versus the Ukraine up next here in Kausta. But of course, 3 streams for your delectation and viewing delight. Mixed and open action in other venues. But thank you for joining us this fine morning. Congratulations to the Netherlands, commiseration to the Danes. But we'll be back with more action from the women's division. We will see you on the other side.
ULTI.TV.